just a sec. Great. I was just sending an email to my IT developer. Why am I telling you about that on a Monday morning? Well, you see, a couple of weeks ago, we launched a brand new version of DomoniqueBertolucci.com, something I'm very proud of and I hope you've been checking out as you're watching these videos. Now, that experience was filled with all of the wonderful lessons you can learn from trying to get any large project or goal into reality. And actually, if you want to know more about what I learned from that goal, you can click on the link below and check out that video. But today I want to talk to you about what happens when a goal goes wrong, when something just doesn't work the way that you want it to. So one of the changes we made at db.com was to make beautiful little new like it and share it social media buttons. And nobody used them. They were beautiful. I think people looked at them. But instead of liking and sharing the videos in the great abundance that people had been, people just looked at the buttons and thought, they're pretty, wonder what they do. And nobody actually did anything with them. Now, this is only a minor thing, and what I was just asking my developer to do was get rid of those buttons and bring back the old ones that people knew how to use. But it's actually really indicative of what sometimes happens when you set out to make a change in life. You think you're changing something for the better, and somewhere along the way to your goal, either en route or in this case, when it's actually come to fruition, you realize that what you thought was going to be better isn't. In this case, it was actually worse, but it might just be that it's not better. So, do you run away in defeat? Or do you put up with it because I've jolly well worked hard enough to make this happen, I'm going to stick with it now come hell or high water? Well, neither. The answer lies, as it always does in life, somewhere in the balance. There is absolutely nothing to be gained from putting up with a situation just because you're the one who brought it into being. Your goals are your own. It's up to you what you do with them. At anywhere along the path or at the destination, you're free to say, I thought I would gain X, Y, or Z from this experience, but actually not so keen on it. Don't want it anymore. And put things back to the way they were. The absolute worst thing you can do is soldier on and put up with something because pride, ego, embarrassment, shame, effort is keeping you there. If you've decided that the goal that you've achieved or you've been working to achieve isn't going to give you what you want, if there is any way possible that you can revert or even divert your course, make sure that you do that. The second thing that you need to do is have a think about why it hasn't worked for you. So don't just sort of take your experience and sweep it under the carpet, hoping to forget it even happened and make that mistake go away. But stop and think, what was it about this that stopped it from working? What was it about this that stopped it from being effective for me? Did it not meet my values? Did it not achieve my end goal? Was it that I bought into more of the fantasy and that the reality didn't really suit me? Was it that I was making my best guess with the information that I had available to me at the time, but now that I'm close enough to the reality, I can see that that guess was a little bit off the mark? The most important thing here is that you don't beat yourself up. You just take the time to look at what you can learn and what you can gain from this experience so that you don't find yourself making the same change en route or at your destination again next time. So if you find yourself in a situation where the goal you've been working towards doesn't feel like it's going to fit or suit you anymore, whether that's en route or that's at the destination, get out, change it, move on, move around, move over, move under, throw it out. Your goals, your dreams, and your hopes are yours. It's entirely up to you what you do with them. And one of those things you might decide to do with them is get rid of them. And you are free to do that if that's what you want to do. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm Domonique Bertolucci, and you've been watching DBTV, the place to go to get the life you want and love the life you've got. If you like this video, please like it using those buttons there and share it with your friends. I'll be back again next week with another episode of DBTV, and until then, take care and remember, it's not about having it all, It's about having the things that matter.